Redeemers.
What
Welcome
it do?
Y'all, I'm sorry to let y'all know we are in detention, me and Jarek. If you notice who's on the panel, it's just the smokers and the professor. He caught us.
Yeah,
We're
I'll
in
teach y'all a
detention.
thing or two afterwards.
But welcome back, Redeemers.
Welcome back.
Long time no see. Welcome back, Army. This is for Army. This is for the real ones.
For the real ones.
Shout out to General returning from his military service too.
That was this
Yeah,
month?
they
Just
freed him.
Just a couple days ago for their anniversary.
They
Free my
freed
man.
Jen, y'all. He back.
It's one
Drop
out of-
some music.
One out of a couple, so
Hey, and happy Father's Day if we got any fathers out there watching.
for sure as well.
For sure.
Today we have RM Come Back to Me, song off of the album. But before we jump into this, make sure you guys jump on the Patreon where we got a lot of exclusive stuff. We just did BTS Beyond the Monument. So make sure you guys check that out on the Patreon. Everybody can't get that. YouTube gets weird. We can't post on here, so head over to the Patreon to find the fire stuff. But make sure you guys are also subscribed on the YouTube. So that's very important as well. RM, Come Back to Me.
I feel like I'm going to cry.
Let's see what we got.
I don't know. I feel like it's going to be sad. I do feel that, Jarek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pain song. Like that blunt, bro. We going to need that shit.
Right.
Let's be on the panel.
Just say,
He's like, no. That's low.
I told you I'd find a night, stay good. Spring's always been here. I would sleep in her eyes. Come back to me like you used to. Be what you be. I will roll you to know. I forgot the hour. I don't wanna know about the hour. I forgot the shower. Senso ascando a cabo. You don't have to be. You don't have to be the anything you say. Try not to be. Try not to be. There's something in this city. Come back
Damn.
to me like you used
That was
to.
fire.
Now I could see what a life is about. I told you I'd find a night, stay good. Spring's always been here. I will sleep in her eyes.
Oh my God.
Kick man's out his own crib.
Right.
It was interesting how they kept the instrumentation until that moment to kind of bring it in. I like his vocals there too, though. That was a great edit. Prison bars.
I forgot the hour. I don't wanna know about the hour. I forgot the shower. Senso ascando a cabo. You don't have to be. You don't have to be the anything you say. Try not to be. Try not to be. There's something.
Almost like a
in
little
this
hard
city.
directing trick with the hallway sequence too.
Told you I'd find a night, stay good. Spring's always been here. I will sleep in her eyes.
This is a vibe.
So fine.
The lighting switched to outdoors too. I like how they play with time in this.
This is a download.
That's crazy. Whole sound studio is freaking
Definitely
crazy.
a download. That's actually really dope. I love that shot where they panned out and showed everything. That's really, because I'm over here thinking like, wow, what a beautiful house that they're
I
filming.
thought it was
in.
just like one location shot.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's
oh.
actually really dope. The choreography behind that must have been really nice to see. Like, I would love to see a behind the scenes of this, how they did all that. As far as the song goes, wow, I really enjoyed this song. I think this is one of my favorite RM songs.
Forever.
It really reminds me a lot of Mac Miller.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
I was really gonna say that.
I could see that.
Super Mac Miller, Action Bronson type.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm a big fan of that type of music, especially in the morning time, waking
You
up,
just vibe
chilling.
out.
Yeah, just getting your day started and
No violent right before
just
12.
thinking about stuff. You know, this was really relatable. And I love the approach. You know what I mean? It was real laid back. You know, he could have hit us with some crazy metaphors. Sometimes you don't got to do all that. You know, he understood the assignment. He passed for sure. I really love the way this song was put together. Starting off slow, and then it has those moments where it gets to the crescendo and it keeps going up, and it's just really well produced. And I love the way he approached this song. Really great job.
Definitely agree. 100% I hear Mac Miller in this. I do like how the beat switched. It was like a perfect roller coaster. It had its ups and it had its downs. Then it picked right back up. Then towards the end, it was right at the end of the ride. Definitely an enjoyable roller coaster. My personal opinion, this is my favorite RM song ever.
Wow.
Just by the tone, what he was talking about, very relatable. Like Jarek said, like 1000% relatable. And like Jarek said, like the way he put the song together, it's just memorable.
Feels like jazz.
Yeah.
Like
This is the perfect song, in my opinion. Like
soul
beat-wise.
tapes type, you know, spoken word.
it's like, yeah, it's like spoken word, neo soul. It's a bunch of stuff put together.
And when it's done well, like it's a really nice
It's
vibe.
a really amazing song. You can just vibe out to. You can listen to this song whenever. This is one of those songs. Video is fucking amazing. I love how the different cuts. He was in a different location. Like this, he was a little baby. Then once he put the cover on him, took it back off. It was an actual leaf when he was in front of the girl. The different cuts of when RM popped up was definitely fire. The hallway shot, fire. The ending where they panned out and showed the whole soundstage, fire. This whole video was amazing. I like this. It's probably my favorite song on that album. This is definitely my favorite song on the album so far.
Yeah, I'm really liking kind of what we're getting of like the behind the scenes and kind of what we see as far as like how he's taking his approach to this album. I think because I thought he basically, like, for all intents and purposes, it felt like he kind of almost like self-actualized in a way where he was going through the Indigo album. Like it felt like when you go from like mono and all that stuff up to Indigo, like it felt like, especially that being like right before enlistment and things of that nature. Like I felt like everything that kind of he was talking about in that album came to like such a good kind of conclusion with everything, but knowing that he, kind of then had this album in the works and everything like that as well. And it's so different from all that too. So it's like, I do like that his artistic approach to kind of every different, you know, album is so different. I feel like,
that's why I like this so much, is because it's so different for
yeah,
R&M.
I think it's something he exceeds in, quite well. Like, and I do wonder kind of artistically, like what choices kind of motivate, like, all right, I'm going to go more this direction or more this kind of in-house sort of production, sort of, I guess, style to it, if I'm articulating that properly. But, I will say with the MV and everything, I think that they did a really great job, because everything that you're seeing is like so many different phases kind of in life, whether it's like infancy, adulthood, peer pressure, relationships. Like every door represents like a different thing, and he's kind of trying to turn away from all of it. And I know the whole aspect of the album of like the right, wrong person, right time, or I might be saying that inverted, but
Right person, wrong time.
okay, yeah, thanks. So basically,
Which
just
sucks.
just that idea that
Extremely
It
depressing.
is very depressing.
so just that idea that like it's all these different aspects of him where like he approaches the situation, and it's like he's not kind of in the right space and he has to get out of that door, but it's like they're all kind of different like phases of life and everything like that. And I love how they directed this as far as like the shooting through the windows to create that framing of like prison bars and everything like that. So they do a great job of that. The use of like the rule of thirds and like kind of separating everyone in the frame, and then kind of the reveal at the end where you pan out and you find out everything is basically kind of like a sound stage and everything like that. So perhaps that speaks a little bit to the the fourth wall breaking aspect of it, I guess. But also one of the shots I think that kind of spoke the most to me was actually the horror shot in the hallway, because the essence of a shot like that in a film is typically the whole suspense of like someone's there but you don't know about it. But just knowing what he's kind of relaying in the album as far as like at least what we get up to this point from the first couple tracks that we've heard is just that aspect of like you're kind of not in the right place and everything like that, like who you are, like just that kind of confusion and that reflective aspect of like who you can be to change, I suppose. So I think what I'm saying is like what it seems to me is like all these moments, because he's saying come back to me, yet every aspect in the video is him actually going away from the situation. So it doesn't seem like he's actively pursuing like a tangible person that he's trying to find. So the whole come back to me, I think it's just self-reflective, because when he literally looks in the mirror with the brushing teeth aspect, and perhaps that goes into like the self-care thing too, just the aspect of like kind of going away from that, like that's like when he turns away, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's where the beat kicks in a little bit more, and everything. So I really like all those aspects. And then at the end, kind of when he's finally able to kind of open the door and get through, because every door was able to be walked through, like there wasn't like an actual like block off, but the one that he's trying to get through at the end, he wasn't able to, and then at the end, of course, he is able to. So it seems like there's that aspect of kind of unlocking something within yourself to kind of be able to step into that next room, I guess, or step outwards. I like
say that.
I like the aspect of them referring to spring constantly, and obviously I can't help reflect on it with like Spring Day and stuff like that, just because it's like my favorite song from BTS and everything. But not that it's necessarily related here, but I love the metaphors that tie in with theme of nature, of the light coming up, of rebirth and growth again, and stuff like that. So I just think that was pretty cool how they kind of articulated it. But they do kind of pull the rug out from you at the end when you do find out everything is in a created setting, as far as like the film aspect of everything, like a soundstage. So I don't know if that's to say like it's a false promise of some kind or anything like that, but I did think that was really interesting. As far as the music in it, I do like the production, I do like the scale backness, but I'm not quite sure the song necessarily hits for me, especially without relation to the context of the album. That's something that I feel like I need to hear the album kind of in full, like track by track, to kind of like articulate like how I feel about the project as a whole. as opposed to like this individual kind of track, like isolated from everything. But I did think it was really solid, like his artistic approach to everything overall. So eager to hearing more, and I suppose we'll, have to kind of view the album in its entirety to say. But, shout out to RM.
Like you said, real quick, my last comment. That also is going to be one of my points.
Photo
There's
bomb.
low video bombs. Also, at the end when he walked out of the sound stage, kind of looked at it like every door he walked in, he was in his head. Then once he finally got out of his head and was finally happy, he was with the one he wanted to be with. Once you get out of your head, once you stop worrying about what's around you, everything is okay. You can just walk out. So I kind of took that from
Yeah,
the
it's like
video.
the only barriers are the ones he's creating for
Yeah.
himself, as opposed to like any like physical limitations within like each setting that he kind of jumps into.
Exactly.
So you've heard the song, right?
It's Come Back to Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
He,
So
Yeah,
this,
he's
funny enough, is my least favorite song on the album.
How dare you?
Really?
What?
That's
Never
No,
mind.
because the album is really good. The album's like amazing. So like that's the thing.
Are you saying like it's
Me
your
and
least
Zach
favorite
love
as
this
a
song. This is
good
one of my
thing?
favorite RM songs.
bro, this is my least favorite song on the album, but I understand.
Is it like a good thing? Like least
yeah,
favorite? Like
no, that's what I'm saying. The album
there's
is
so many
The album
good
is
songs.
great.
Yeah.
okay,
The
so it's
album
like
is
so,
great. Yeah, no, the album is great, but hearing this as a lead off for the
Where
album
was this on
threw
the
me.
album?
This is the first song that came on. On the album, it's the very last song.
really?
So
interesting.
listening to the
Oh, that's
album, it
interesting.
makes more sense, and hearing it like that, even though I think You should have been the closer on the album because it's literally called Credits Roll, but
I did.
whatever.
I saw that. I was kind of
Maybe
confused.
Yeah, I was
maybe
like-
that's part of the disorientation. Of
that's what I
kinda,
was.
like,
But
what he's going for.
I don't know because that album is fucking amazing, bro. But like I said, I think You should have ended it because I love the way it just sounds, ending or whatever like that. But hearing this after that though, you know how BTS a lot of the videos they'll have like a post credit joint or like stuff after that. That's what this felt like after that, like trying to wrap everything up. So I got it when I listened to the album and heard it at the end. I'm like, oh, and it's longer too. It's like 6 minutes long on the album.
album?
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I get it, and now I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like it even a little bit more because, like I said, when I first heard it, I was kind of like, remember when we reacted to Lost? We was like, yo, we get it where he's going. It's like the Tyler.
Oh,
y'all
yeah,
said,
I felt like this
Earl
was a
Sweatshirt
way
type-
better approach. This reminded me a lot of Mac Miller.
Yeah,
so that's why I
exactly.
really
And
like
so
this.
hearing it from that perspective, I'm like, oh shit, okay, now I can look at it from completely different eyes and everything like that. But yeah, this is by far, like I said, it's 11 songs. This is ranked number 11 for me. That's just how good I feel about like all the other songs on the album and everything like that. Especially this is one song called All Around the World in a Day. That shit right there. That's one of them. That's one of them. This ain't a K-pop album at all. This ain't no K-pop album. He's done so much to separate himself from K-pop, like, well, not, yeah, K-pop, but like from being an idol and shit. Like what we know is like the idols and all this stuff like that. This album is completely different from that. It's not even saying like he's a Western. It's just an artist. It's just an album. It's just a great album from a Korean artist who just happens to be
This is
an
a
idol.
release track.
It's probably like a
Yeah,
therapeutic.
he
aspect
dropped this
too.
first,
I didn't know that.
and then that's like the next Lost came out like a week or two after that,
He
and then
dropped
the album
the
dropped.
last song first.
Yeah, that's what
That
I'm
is
saying. I'm
crazy.
like, bro,
That's
I'm
really
dare
crazy.
you.
like,
Yeah, he
yo,
just
Runch, like,
too
what's up
smart.
with you?
I don't know,
Too
like
smart.
somehow that makes sense though. in
And
a
that's
way.
why I
What he's
said like I
going for,
get it
yeah.
more now because this is not something I would have let off with my album, but the whole album is.
I like how they play with the
completely
order of
different
that
energy.
too.
I
That's
get
really
it. It's
cool.
like you really not supposed to expect.
Yeah, it threw me up because I didn't expect the rest of the songs on the album. Then when I
Get it? I
listened,
see what
like,
he doing now.
yeah, he completely threw it, and I like the way he did it because the album he's really like talking some shit on there, and like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm nobody's diplomat. I represent me. Don't align me with this. For a trend with him since the Indigo album, he keeps saying, yo, fuck trendsetters, fuck these digital trendsetters, all that shit. I'm not trying to be a part of none of that shit. Like, that's verbatim what he said, too. That's not even me being ignorant or ghetto and saying that. He straight up said, fuck the digital trendsetters, fuck all y'all. I'm not trying to be this. You're not going to lock me into some image of what you think I should be or who I am, everything like that. And like I said, some of the songs are just like, yo, like RM, goddamn, like this shit is fire. Like I said, All Around the World in a Day, Domodachi. Zach, you watched Top Boy, right? You ever heard of Little Sims?
I think so, yeah.
She's Shelly on the
Yeah.
show, but she's a
I remember you
rapper.
said she was a rapper.
I didn't know she was a rapper. First of all, she's fine as hell. But I didn't know she was a rapper too. She got on there, she got her shit off. Like she was talking greasy on there too. I was like, yo, what is this? Like so this was a fire project from him, like I said. And obviously this is the first joint y'all did for him tonight? Yeah, like that.
Yeah, wasn't gonna do another one, but now we're gonna do another one. I just looked at
That
it.
bro, that he smoked this joint. So sorry I came a little late, Army, but yeah.
Dominican low.
Definitely like
It's funny because he started off saying that this was the detention.
Oh really?
The smokers with the professor.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah,
man.
detention, man.
What's that? I like that hoodie you got. You know
Appreciate it, man.
what I'm saying?
Low
Solid.
paranoia keeps you alive.
For sure. It's the way to do it.
But Redeemers, make sure you guys jump on the Patreon where we got a lot of exclusive stuff coming up this week. We're going to flood the streets with BTS Beyond the Monuments. So make
Oh, yeah.
sure you're there for that. No further ado, guys. See you later.
Annyeong.
Love y'all. Take care.